Hey Maritza, it's a wild Saturday night here at our house. The dog and I decided to run you some movies. So, what we're going to do first of all is talk about a simple map called an SP plot and talk about something called datums. Yes, there are something called datums. And then do a second one, which is more complicated. All right. So let's look at the first one. And if you notice, I look to see where my documents are going, which is good. And what we're going to do is get the library called SP. So in case you don't have it, oops, I'm going to say install dot, excuse me, dot packages. This one's my okay. Why aren't you doing what you're supposed to do? Huh? Because I'm hitting the wrong key. That's why. SP, and I want to, excuse me, do depend, DEPEN equals true, capital true. And as usual, I go to Austria and let it run. You don't have to go to Austria, but I like to. Okay, what do I have? I can't see. What do I have? AP. Okay, so we fix this to SP. It's going to be a long night, I can tell. Okay, there we go. All right. So I say library SP. So since this is geology, we're going to talk about a special data set, and it's called, even though it's spelled like this, it's spelled like meuse. It's pronounced meuse. It's in the Netherlands, and it's the different heavy metals within the Maas River. So let's look at the format of it. So I'm going to say str Maas. So I look at this and I see that it's a data frame. Okay, and it has X and Y, and that's a form of the longitude and latitude. And we'll come back to that in a little bit. And it has cadmium and all kind of treasures in there. Okay, so and copper and lead and zinc and good things like that. All right, and it looked like fun. So that's what we're going to take a look at. And we're going to copy this over and do some things to it and have lots of fun. Okay, so I'm going to have my own set and I'm going to call it meuse1. All I'm doing is making a copy. So if I look at that, I'll get the str of that. It'll be identical. Nothing exciting there. Okay, so that's a data frame. Well, what if I don't want a data frame? What if I want a spatial object? What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to take a look at those values, those x and y's. Okay? I want to use those and make this into a spatial object. So what I'm going to do is say coordinates meuse1 assigned, and you're going to put the tilde. Where is it? There. Okay. Tilde x plus y. And it should come back okay. Now if you hit the up arrow a couple times and scroll back up a little bit, and my scroll bar is really funky. Oh, it does work. Okay. It's going to call this a spatial points data frame. It's not a data frame anymore. It's a spatial points. It's a spatial object. And that's what I wanted. So I've got at data, at coordinates, at bbox, and at proj4 string. Okay. So you got that so far? Good. All right. Now this at proj4 string that says NA doesn't make me happy. Why is that? Okay, remember I told you about datums? Cast your mind back to your little kid days and you looked at maps and you looked at globes and they said things like Mercator and stuff like that. Okay, there are different ways that you could look at the globe. The Earth is not perfectly round. Shock, huh? It's more of an ellipse than a perfect circle. So what we need to do is have different datum. Now around this area, it has a special name and or I should say a code. And I'm going to cheat. So hang on a minute and look it up. It has a particular, it's a 5-digit code. They have 4 and 5 digits. So you can see all my stuff. Google.com. Okay, yes, here it is. Eric's Car Care. All right, and you can see that I did this a little bit ago when I was, excuse me, experimenting. But no matter what you do, if you put in the Google, where did R go? Here you go. If you put in the ESPG of a certain area, it'll come back and give it to you. Okay. Ah, I know, because I didn't have that. Okay, so it's 1, and also, okay, this should do it. There. Okay. Now we're set. So if I do my STR again, okay, now see, this has all this stuff in there. And when you give it that code, it puts all kind of stuff with latitude and longitude and all kind of things in there. And gives it a particular proj in there. Okay, isn't that nice? Okay, so now what I want to do is learn to do something called a and SP plot. Okay, you ready? And these are real simple. And all you do is put in SP plot, open paren, meuse1, and then we're going to put in, what should we put in? Let's do cadmium. It's the first one on there. Cadmium. I think that'll do it. And then you have it. Okay. So there's the values from here. And that's the value for that particular variable. And if we wanted to be very clever, we could do something like title, although it's going to cut it off, cadmium. Okay. Yeah, it won't let it do it. Okay. So that's pretty straightforward. And you see the different colored dots. It's almost like a histogram when you do that. And you go from there. Okay. So hang on to this. And we'll do another one in just a couple minutes. All right? Good. Good job.